Well then, this is most certainly the first time that we have been live on YouTube in a really long time. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to Friday and lunchtime. Folks, I have been missing the Bobo. We've titled this Kickin The BoBo here on YouTube. We're just going to test this a little bit. For those of you who never rocked with the Bobo, that was what we did on Twitch. We no longer are going to do it on Twitch. We're thinking about bringing it here. And hopefully I'm going to be able to make this pretty good for you guys. We haven't done this in quite a long time. The anticipation of this is actually very crazy. What's going on, everybody? I can see some comments now. What's up? I was telling Cody as we were getting set up for this thing, it's almost like getting ready to go into a comedy club to do your shtick, to do your routine. It is nerve-wracking. You don't know how it's going to go. Will you bomb? Will you succeed? Will it be funny? Will it be cringe? Doing things live is very crazy, especially when you see so many comments. Oh my God. Hello, everybody. What's going on? So, we haven't done this here in a long time. We haven't done any live streaming here in a long time. I think the last time that we did so it was like a cooking video. We're hopeful to get back to doing live streams here from time to time because, to be honest with you guys, this is the only place we can do them now. So we gotta behave. It's really good to see all you guys. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of the comments right here. Somebody said slow mode. Is that what this is on? Because it feels like it's going on forever. Big Pimpin', hello to you. Revamp, what's going on? Shout out to you, Kevin. Good morning to you. What's up, man? We here, though. I said good morning. It's really like the afternoon. All right. Folks, I got some things to share with you guys, and I'm so happy to be able to do this. For those of you who did rock with the Bobo, I know it took us forever to figure out when, where, how we were going to get back to this thing. Again, it is my hope to be able to bring it here to YouTube. I've got some interesting things to share with you guys. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. And trust and believe me, it's going to be difficult for me for a number of reasons because I really got to watch my mouth. And I got a lot of things to share with you guys. So I'm hopeful of making this very interesting. And shout out to everybody up in here. I can't even read these joints. Cody, help me get this thing in slow mode. Because Joe can't read this fast, man. Milky, shout out to you. I cannot read this fast. Travis, hit that like. Thank you very much. All right, folks, real quick. I was just live on Twitter not too long ago talking about the fact that I might be going live here on YouTube. And the first thing that I want to share with you guys that I talked about there, I've got some breaking news, folks. If you're noticing a little difference in my demeanor, a different glow, I almost feel like I'm in an undisclosed location filming here. This is usually where we do the Bobo at, but we usually don't have lights in here, and it just makes me feel like I'm in an undisclosed location. Breaking news, folks. I am currently on day number 4 of no smoking. I am so proud of myself for that. Day 4 without a cigarette. Folks, we've got a documentary on the way, day number 1 of Joe trying to quit the ciggies, and I'm trying to tell y'all right now, that joint was not good. It was not a good day to be old Joe. The nicotine withdrawals were for real. But I somehow weathered that storm. Shout out to all the super chats as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to see the names. Kevin, what's going on? What's up, Joe? Glad you finally switched to YouTube way better. Well, I'm glad we're here as well. Day number 1 of the cigarette, no more smoking was hell. Day number 2, I don't even really remember day number 2. And yesterday was day number 3. I'm currently on my 4th day without smoking, folks. And yesterday was probably the hardest day. That was when the nicotine withdrawal was really, really hitting me. And it was not good. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. I watched a video this morning about what happens when you quit smoking, and they say that the 72-hour mark is the hardest time. Folks, I am at the 86, or I'm going to be at the 86-hour mark. Yuri says, have you ever tried the nicotine patch? I've actually got a mark on my arm right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You probably can't. I was wearing the patch for 3 days. Today, I'm patchless. I also tried the Nicorette on day number 1. That stuff is like eating a hornet's nest. I don't know if you've ever chewed Nicorette before, but it burns when you pee. I mean, it stings when you're chewing it. I don't know where I got that from. Joe, behave. We're not on Twitch no more, and you know why we ain't there. You know why we ain't there. Okay. White girl, can you move to Russia? It's still 80 cents a pack here. You can move to Russia. I was about to say I can't because I'm a felon. And you know, there's some things you just can't do. All right. So shout out to me for the quitting the smoking. That's a big step. Look, I talk about addiction so much here on After Prison Show. We work with people who suffer from addiction, have suffered from addiction. How the hell can I be working with people when I'm an addict? I'm a nicotine addict. I almost titled the documentary, I've been hiding my addiction problem from you guys, but that's way too clickbaity. So it's really just going to be called Day One of Joe Quitting Smoking. Straight to the point, cut to the chase. It is what it is. Larry Love says, no supposed to put in the patches in your package, Joe. That probably wouldn't work out so well. Moving on, folks. Look, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so awesome and amazing, especially in relation to welcoming this introduction that I just did recently with an individual that I never really thought that I would introduce you guys to by the name of Griff. Griff is a very interesting individual, to say the least. This is a guy that I was not even really that cool with in prison. Didn't have an issue with the guy, but I just didn't kick it with him. And one of the reasons was he was my competition with one of my prison hustles. Something we really didn't even get a chance to talk about. I have seen Griff one other time since that video that we did the introduction with him. And we're going to go into that a little bit deeper in that video. But Griff has definitely been struggling. Okay, Griff has definitely been struggling. He's probably watching this right now. Special shout out to you, Griff. I'm really happy that everybody was so welcoming to this individual who was so honest about, the problems that he's dealing with in his life. And it's my hope to try to offer this guy some kind of alternative, some kind of ideas to try to help him get out of his own way and beyond his own demons. We've worked with individuals in the past who have had addiction problems, and you guys know just as well, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Well, I'm not here trying to save a life. I'm here just trying to give a guy an opportunity for him to save himself and try to help him get some ideas and some motivation and some inspiration to do so as well. Fox Video, what's going on with your best content on YouTube? Thank you very much. Shout out to you, Joe. I'm working on dropping my vape habit. You're an inspiration, boy. You better drop that vape habit. All that stuff they talking about with that jewel. People try to tell me, Joe, why don't you just switch to vaping though? Oh, you really don't like me. You really don't like me. And all them times y'all sent me that vape juice too, y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all knew it. I'm just kidding. But that vaping stuff is serious right now. Kimberly, shout out to you for that donation as well. Anything you do, Joe, will make your APS Army very happy. Just glad to see you're back. I've been needing my fix. Congratulations on not smoking. Thank you very much. I'm doing my best. I'm not gonna lie. Certain things are not making this easy for me. I'm not gonna rant. Okay, we did a live stream a couple of days ago on Facebook, and Cody told me he deleted it. Cody, you didn't have to delete the live stream without even telling me. Yeah, I know you did. But I guess he would tell me, he was like, Joe, you was kind of whining and crying a lot on that thing. I said, Cody, I'm getting ready to quit smoking. Okay, do you know how serious this is? It's my excuse for everything right now. If I'm not normal and I bomb on this first live stream here on YouTube, just blame it on the fact that I ain't smoking. So that's what it is. Steve Dude says it's hard to quit. It absolutely is. B-Boy says truck driver here. Shout out to the truck drivers. Richard says fire Cody. I could never fire Cody. I could never fire him. That's my dude. All right. But shout out to Griff. It's my hope to, continue to try to give this guy some inspiration and some motivation to stay on the right track. And shout out to all of you guys who welcome this dude. I was apprehensive about introducing him because we've introduced people with addiction problems before. And boy, that comment section was like Fight Club. But you guys were really nice. And I guess you guys really just respected his honesty. At least he was honest about the situation. So that's a good thing. Boy, this chat, is this on slow mode? How many people is up in here? I can't even tell. Shauna, what's going on? It says, if it gets harder, try Chantix or Wellbutrin. From the doctor. I'm not going to do either one of those. In fact, I've let the patch go already, and I'm letting the Nicotine go as well, the gum. I'm just done. And I'm going to tell y'all what I told my wife this morning. I'm on day number 4. On day number 1, when it was, am I going to do this or am I going to BS about it and make an excuse and justify why I'm not going to quit? On day number 1, early in the morning when I was like, yo, am I about to go smoke? I'm going to hold off. You know what? I said I was quitting on the 15th of October. 15th of October is when I quit. I told my wife, I said, had I not done that and I justified and maybe cut back a little bit more, I'd have never quit. I'd have never quit. This is the first time that I've quit smoking outside of getting locked up. The only times in my life that I've ever quit smoking is getting locked up. So I don't like that. Storage auction pirate, love the show. Don't give up on the storage units. I'm done with those. I truly am. I'm not going to lie. There's been a couple of days when I've been looking, but I'm not, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Disco Devil, try to vape. You can quit properly. I'm quit. I'm done. I don't need nothing else. Benny, what's going on with you? Shout out to you for that little $5 right there. Kevin Cheeseborough, love the show. Do a comment review show, please. Kevin, specifically for you, I'm going to answer this question. We did a comment response video. Cody, how long ago was it when I did that video? 2 weeks? Cody must be in the bathroom. 2 weeks ago, I filmed a comment response video. Now, mind you, 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of drama taking place. A lot of drama. I don't want to relive all of that. We made videos about it. Joe was crying a river. It was one thing after another is what it seemed like. So when I did that comment response video, it wasn't pretty. We'd never uploaded it. Flush the toilet. Toilet flush, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody up in here, Mag. I think somebody said there was like 900 something people up in here. That's pretty amazing. Shout out to you guys for being here. Baked Beans, free my man, Little Skittle 69. He about to be free. He about to be free. I'm so done with that situation. I'm so done. I've washed my hands of it. I can't believe it. They gave the man a $10 million record deal. They're filming documentaries. I watched one video on Facebook about that from a comedian who was talking about the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. Somebody had posted it on the After Prison Show fan page, and this was the realest thing that I had ever watched. This dude was a comedian, but he spoke some absolute truth. He said this dude has infiltrated a culture, which he has. Gangster in the streets, you a rapper, okay? They called this dude the best to ever do it as an internet troll. That's what he is. I mean, forget the fact that he's a rat and he's a snitch and all that stuff that I can't stand. This man has mastered trolling. The dude was talking about his Instagram, how he's got videos with like 35 million views on Instagram. He said, do you know how hard some people work just to try to get 100,000 views? But you got 35 million views? No wonder the dude getting a $10 million record deal. People haven't even heard this man speak not one word. I don't care what he's got to say, but it is what it is. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are going to be interested in hearing what he's got to say. Cooper, what's going on with you? Does Cody live with you? He used to. Shout out to the 1,000 people up in here, though. Good God, Hey, look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is a little overwhelming right here. I'm used to doing the Bobo when we only had about 200-something people up in there, at the most. So, shout out to everybody up in here. I told Cody when we were doing this today, I said, man, I don't think there's going to be too many people up in here. But you guys are amazing. All right, moving on, folks. I also want to give a very special shout out to Jellico. Okay, and Jellico deserves this without question. When you guys see the Quit Smoking documentary, which is really just a vlog and Joe going through it, I hope you guys will check out the entire video. And if you don't check out the entire video, at least do me a favor and skip to the end or like near the end when I get up with Griff and then I go see Jellico because I can't be in the house. I can't be here. Yo, Jellico is doing some really amazing things on his own. And this is a dude that works harder than anybody I've ever seen in my life. This guy will work as hard as I can possibly work him anytime that I have work or we got things going on. And also, I mean, as soon as he leaves from seeing me, he goes out and does all this side work. The man's been doing so much side work, folks, that he's almost at a point where he can start his own business. And that has been a dream of his and something that he's really wanted to do for the longest time. And I am never going to stand in the way of that. I'll do anything I can to help support that. I'm not going to step on the toes of that. I'm not going to get in the way of that. And you're going to see what this guy's got going on in that Quit Smoking vlog. Unfortunately, it's in that video. But you guys should be really proud of Jellico. He's doing some really amazing things. We ain't gone separate ways or nothing like that, but we've kind of like slowed down quite a bit. And not for any kind of reasons other than it's really the only thing we can do. I've been getting back into, focusing on what I need to be doing, and he's been doing the same thing. So a very special shout out to him. And that's what it is. Boy, I'm reading some of these comments. Y'all is going a little crazy. That's what happens when you get over 1,000 people up in here. I guess it gets a little crazy. But shout out to everybody. Let me read some of these super chats. I'm not reading just the super chats, but I definitely got to read those. Ryan Brown says, how is Dave doing? I miss him. I'll be honest, I haven't talked to Dave in a long time. I know Dave's doing well. And it was just yesterday I was thinking about, I got to go see Dave. I got to do an update with him. Eddie, hey, Joe, big fan from Germany here. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Also, glad you don't look like you got electrocuted anymore. I just did a video that you guys will see. It's a prison news story. There was a guy who looked just like me. He was my doppelganger. But thank God it wasn't me, not with what he did. But you guys will be seeing that pretty soon. Cotton says, ex-con here, love the show, would love to join the show sometime and do a one-on-one with an ex-inmate with a CO. I like the idea. Cotton, send me an email, joepguerrero2@gmail.com. I'd like to hear from you. Let me read some other comments as well. Shout out to the Pink Game Smith. I see you right there. Gordon, what's going on? My little pony. Mass One, what's going on with your brother Teddy Bear? What's going on, Joe and APS Army? Bonnie, what's going on? Where is this guy from? He sounds Cajun. I'm Cajun. I'm in Virginia. I don't know why I sound the way I do. It's probably my prison accent. Folks, some other things to share with you, and this is the biggest reason why we're doing this live stream right now. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to rock with this thing. Folks, we're having a lot of issues with YouTube right this second. And nothing bad, okay? I'm not going to say anything bad about YouTube. It's just, it is what it is. These type of things happen from time to time, and they seem to happen at like the worst times, especially when you're doing like the worst as well. But that's neither here nor there. We have a huge video that was supposed to be uploaded yesterday. I put a lot of emphasis into advertising this video on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I'm getting ready to introduce you guys to an individual by the name of George Powell III. And if that name doesn't sound familiar and you haven't seen the advertising that we've done on any of the social media, George Powell III is an individual who was featured, well, he was locked up for sure. But his story was actually featured on Netflix on a documentary series called Exhibit A. And Exhibit A, they had a whole bunch of these crime documentaries that came out at the same time. Some of them were about people who were coerced into admitting something that they didn't do after like 12-hour-long interrogations. Some of them were about junk science and bad prosecutor methods used to get convictions. And Exhibit A was about that, the latter. Junk science, bad evidence, and just things totally messed up. George Powell III was an individual who got sentenced to 28 years for a string of 7-Eleven robberies. And this man spent 11 plus years in prison. He's only been home now for 3 weeks. I've had the pleasure of being able to talk with this guy almost on a daily basis. We did a huge interview together, and one of the most important parts of his story to me personally that I want to share with all of you, and what my take on his story centers around, is one of the biggest things that helped lead to the conviction of this guy for something that he did not do. And that was a jailhouse snitch who he befriended up in the jail, a guy that he didn't know, and a guy who would end up going to court testifying against him, a little testimony up in the courtroom, in part would lead to the conviction of George Powell III and would in part lead to him receiving a 28-year prison sentence again for something he didn't do. He served 11 years, 3 months in prison. He's been home now for 3 weeks. He's not even free. He's out on bond with an ankle monitor. And the reason why he's out, you might think to yourself, like, how the hell do you even get out if you're knee deep in a damn near 3-decade prison sentence? He's been granted a new trial. A lot of things have come to light about what was done in his case in an effort to get him convicted, especially the use of a jailhouse snitch who was proven to be no good at all. George is going to speak in depth about that situation in particular, what it was like, how it all went down, what it was like to go up in the courtroom and watch somebody who you thought was okay take the stand against you, And yet Tekashi 6ix9ine got a how much of $1 million record deal? What is wrong with this planet? I'm going to keep it 1,000 to the gate. Let me read some stuff. Max Tucker. Hey, I read a book by you. I don't know if it's the same one, though. It was called, what the heck was the Tucker Max book called? Shout out to Joe. Been rocking with you since 400 subs. Boy, that's a long time right there. Keep up the good work. Very proud of you for quitting the smokes. Thank you, man. It really means a lot to me. John Lowry, I see you right there. I don't recognize most of these names. Boy, the army's deep, though, man. Jessica Lopez, my first YouTube live stream. Special shout out to you. Why does everybody keep saying it's Danny Mason? Look, I want to say this. I've actually reconciled with Danny Mason. I took a lot of things that Danny Mason said out of context. And he wasn't doing nothing but speaking the truth. For those of you who don't know, Danny Mason is a fan of AfterPrisonShow who I kind of dragged on the Bobo on Twitch. And I regret that. Sometimes I will get in my feelings. The man told me my channel was dying. I didn't take that the right way. But he wasn't wrong to say that. That was how he felt. He was entitled to his opinion, and it is what it is. We've actually talked quite a bit through Messenger. So shout out to Danny Mason. I'm actually cool with him. Ryan Brown says, mail video, please, soon. Shannon update. I know. I have been slacking. Blame it on the fact that I quit smoking and also the storage units. I got carried away with that. For those who say they missed the storage units, y'all please let me try to beat both of these addictions at the same damn time. Helen, 1.2 up in here, man. Shout out to that. Thank you for being here as well. Amanda, who is Danny? I just addressed that. Hashtag to the DEMFer. We can't do that here. We're going to have to keep that for Facebook. Cole says, I live in Virginia as well. Joe, down near Charlottesville area. You're up in Charlottesville area in comparison to us, but shout out to that Virginia support. Crip Rick says, Ontario, Canada, what's going on with your dead dog? I see you right there. I'm still seeing all the names. Joker's up in the house. Hey, Joe, news about Remy. I don't know anything. I'd have to talk to Jellicoe about that. Jellicoe, I'm sure, has been in contact with him. I have not. So there's that. Who else did I just see right there? Nick Chappell, what's going on with you? Nick Chappell. Why does that name sound familiar? I think there's a radio personality here called Nick Chappell. If that's you, that's pretty awesome. I used to listen to you. Now you listen to me. That sounded a little wrong right there. Connor says, whatever happened to tattoo school? Look, let me give you guys a confession real quick in terms of Joe tattooing. Here's a couple of confessions. One, I didn't really like tattooing. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a lot of bad experiences tattooing in prison and jail. I'll share a couple of those real quick with you guys, but why I didn't really like tattooing was because, one, I had to do it to survive prison. Not only to keep commissary in my box, but it also protected me. Just to keep it 1,000 with you guys. When I got to prison, I shared that story about how tattooing saved my life in prison. I wasn't lying about that. Now, I could sit here and say, when I got approached by all of these gang dudes, and they was like, yo, what you do? And I was like, shoot, I'm just a tattoo dude. I don't be making no commissary. And they was like, oh, you can live in here. When that situation presented itself, none of these dudes individually scared me. These dudes were not big. They were not like muscular, scary looking dudes. Most of them were young. They were young, and I was looking at each one of these dudes absolutely disgusted, thinking to myself, I could take you. I could definitely take you. I'm a little on the fence about whether I could take you or not, but I might be able to. And you, I ain't even worried about. The problem with it was, though, there were like 4 or 5 of them, and there was one of me. And that's a scary situation to be in. Especially when, one of the dudes has got 80 years, and he don't care. He don't care about nothing. So big or small, that man got a big old prison sentence, and he ain't worried about nothing. Most of all, what he's going to do to you. I didn't really like tattooing for a number of reasons, but also I was not very good at tattooing. I could understand if I was a beast, but I'm not. I've gotten back into my artwork, though. I will share that, neither here nor there. I've been getting back into my painting. Right before we had stopped doing the Bobo, I talked about bringing back the painting live streams. And, that brings me to a really crazy point. Back when we used to live stream a lot here on YouTube, this was like maybe 2.5 years ago. We were doing painting live streams. Drew some cartoons about some of the people I was locked up with. Dave was a part of that. Connor was a part of that sometimes. We used to have some fun doing the live stream. I have been getting back into my art, but I'm focusing primarily on cartoons again and trying to paint. I've been realizing as well that I suck at painting too. So just to share that little food, little fodder for you guys right there. Jersey, what's going on with you? Shannon and Rabbit update themselves on the fan page almost daily. Yeah. John Scully, what's going on, brother? We back, man. We trying to be back. Identity, what's going on, which is Dave okay? Mr. Guy's sense of humor. I know he's okay. I just haven't talked to him in a while, and it is my hope. I will try my damnedest to make sure that I get the updates that you guys want this upcoming week. So hold me to that. I'll try to get with Dave, Shannon, and Rabbit. I'll try to hit the trifecta like we're at the Kentucky Derby. But I know everybody's doing well, though. I do know everybody's doing well. So, folks, I'm not going to make this thing super long. I really hit on all the points that I wanted to hit on with you guys. I was going to share some prison news with you as well, but I've been filming a lot of prison news stories. I've been somewhat having fun doing that. As I wrap this up, I want to let you guys know that we're getting back to After Prison Show. And After Prison Show, there's a lot that goes into that. The people that you guys know, love, like, the new people that we will introduce. I want to get back to working with individuals in whatever facet that we're able to do so. We've done a lot to try to help people. Try is the biggest word to use right there. And the live streams as well. We're not going to live stream every single day here on YouTube, but we will be bringing these live streams back. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time to rock with this thing. And that's it. That's all I got. I don't want to make this too long because I felt like we did pretty good. And if anybody's seeing this later, special shout out to the people that take the time to check this out later. Special shout out to everybody who took the time to watch this thing live. John D says, what do you think about Wes Watson's channel, Joe? I mean, I respect it. We're on YouTube. Oh, boy, Cody's even laughing. No, I respect everybody for what they're doing, you know. I do. I truly respect it. I ain't gonna lie, you know, from time to time, Joe has had some, you know, other feelings, but I do respect everybody who has been to prison and comes home and tries to do better in their own life. And that's it. That's what I got. Keep this thing super positive. Philip, let me give you a special shout out. You're always, every single day, tweeting the new videos that we upload. So a very special shout out to you. I saw you right there. I scrolled so fast after I saw you, I didn't even get a chance to read your comment. Nick says stay on the stream. I can't, man, because it would get carried away. And Joe's trying to be good. Tim also Tim 88 says sent a Facebook message on an interesting prison break story from upstate New York you could share. I will definitely look into it. Look, it's Friday, folks. I greatly appreciate y'all taking the time to check this thing out. I am hopeful. I'm hopeful, but I'm not for certain. Cody, did that thing ever get right? The video? Folks, I'm hopeful, I'm looking at it right now, that I'm going to be able to share this George Powell introduction with you guys. This is a huge story. It was a huge honor to be able to share this man's story and help bring more exposure to his case. I'm hopeful of being able to share that today, but we've been trying to get that video uploaded since 2 p.m. yesterday. We've been having a lot of issues with it. It's only that video. Some people have sent me some very interesting messages about why, and I've looked into how to try to fix it. I've re-uploaded the video 6 times. So I don't know what it is. If that video doesn't get up today, I'll probably be putting up the Joe quitting smoking documentary, because that's the second biggest thing that's going on right this second. And in that video, you guys are going to see a major update with Jellicoe. You will also see the guy Griff again. And I hope you'll take the time to check it out. It's Friday. The weekend is almost upon us. I also want to say I'm going to leave it alone. All right, forget it. I'm going to say it. Shout out to the Chiefs for last night's win. I talk about how much I don't really like Patrick Mahomes, and I'll be honest with you, the only reason I don't like him is because he's legitimately on a fast track to being better than my NFL quarterback, Tom Brady. It is neither here nor there. That's really why I kind of hate on the dude. But I saw the injury that he got to his leg yesterday, and that almost choked me up. I was like, damn, man. Here is the future star of the NFL, the number one prospect for being like the MVP of the league again. And this happens to him. I do wish that dude a very speedy recovery. It's not good to hate on people. Sometimes I do that. It's not good. I just wanted to address that. Folks, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being up in here. Lisa Zimmerman, shout out to you. Thank you very much. Kevin Scully, what about the pen pals? I've gotten some messages from some pen pals. There's some crazy stuff going on with my pen pals right now. I can't even really put it out there. And it's only one in particular. You know what? As soon as I wrap this up, I'm actually getting ready to film that pen pal video. And I'll look forward to bringing that to you guys real soon. So, Kevin, you made that possible. You guys have a great day. If you like this, please like this and leave a comment and let me know. And I will look forward to bringing you guys the Bobo here on YouTube and making it something epic every time we do it as often as we possibly can. Thank you for taking the time to rock with me midday. This is the Bobo. If you've never seen it before, this is kind of how it goes down. It's usually a little more extreme than this, but Joe quit smoking, and that's a really good thing. Juna, shout out to you. First live stream. Keep it coming, dude. And can you please show us the package of hair dye you use so we can look as cool as you? I'll never use that hair dye again. It was just for men. I usually use some female hair dye, whatever that is. Revlon, something like that. It made me look way too not legit. Have a great day, folks. I'll look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. Hopefully, we're going to have a banger of a video for you guys, and there definitely will be one all weekend. And I do apologize for not having a video yesterday. Thanks for taking the time. This was really awesome to be able to do. And until next time, peace. Can I hold it? I'm actually starting to get my wind back. That's really good.